So, welcome back everybody to episode 7 of my Kickstarter series. Today we're going to take a look at a game called Satellite Rain, and to those that were around in the early 90s, the perspective, the music, the sounds and the atmosphere will be somewhat familiar to a game called Syndicate. Syndicate, of course, is one of the great games from a game company called Bullfrog back in the day, and one of the other ones was Dungeon Keeper, and is much like Dungeon Keeper is getting its spiritual successor in War for the Overworld. Satellite Rain tries to be the spiritual successor to the Syndicate game series. To give you a short rundown of what Syndicate is. Syndicate is a game where you're controlling 4 agents, and you can basically kit out your agent with different implants and weapons and skills, and you have to accomplish different goals like extracting enemy scientists, trying to take over hostile territories. You're formally part of a company, but the company basically seems more like a criminal organization than a company. The phrase hostile takeover is quite possibly at this point meant quite literally. So, in Satellite Rain you control 4 agents as well under normal circumstances. This is the first build of Satellite Rain that is available over the Steam Early Access game program. Before this there were only alpha versions, and this pretty much is, it's as it says on the top right corner, it's still something more or less of a pre-alpha. It still has very many bugs, and it's very glitchy, and I've tried to cut out most of the bugs, but at 1 or 2 points I can basically point out things that aren't quite finished yet. So this is very much still an early access game in the truest form of the word. As you can see here, I tried to infiltrate a police station. I unfortunately at this playthrough failed. I'll show you different scenes from different playthroughs throughout, but I was able to force my way at gunpoint into the main holding area here and basically spring my 4th agent free. And just to give you a quick example why I love the original Syndicate series, there were always in the original Syndicate series, and that's will be possible in Satellite Rain as well, there were always different routes that you could take to accomplish your goals. The most obvious route was basically brute force, but at many times you were able to use different aspects. Like I tried here to use the zip line to enter the police component, which unfortunately isn't yet implemented. And by using these different types, it was actually, or these different approaches, you could most of the time use an approach that was not really brute force, but you could be very refined about it and could basically use the large environments that you had in the originals and that you have here as well, to your advantage. And as you can see here, that's one of the things that this pre-alpha already nails quite well. You're always feeling like you're in a very alive world. You're in a sprawling metropolitan area, and it's a dystopian future, yes, but it always feels alive. There are always people around. You have to watch out to see if one of the people is actually a police officer or security guard, and that's something that even this early build, I think, nails down very nicely. The other thing, of course, is the great atmosphere. I think there are several guys from the original Syndicate Wars title or team here that were working on this new title, and to me it really feels the atmosphere feels the same as in the original two games. Basically, this is the first scenario, I'd say the first city. In this city you're tasked with doing different things. Currently I'm just running around a little bit. I'll show you two missions later on. One which I'm using stealth to achieve my goals in, and one where I go in brute force. And that's basically what is the real charm of this title. In the original you were only able to upgrade your soldiers when one mission finished and you went on to the next mission. Currently in the pre-alpha state of Satellite Rain, you're actually able to upgrade your soldiers once you're next to one of the beacons. I'll show you these later on. And this basically is one of the things that I said before. The AI currently isn't really capable of taking cover when you're shooting like this from a greater distance with your sniper. And I've, however, been seen by one of his buddies, and he opens fire. But as soon as I go out of his viewing range here, this direct line of sight, he loses me, and after one of my agents tries to pick up the weapon here from the security guard, as you can hear, the music is dying down, and basically I can go on like I did before. So another big thing of the original was that you could actually commandeer vehicles, and I'll show you this now. There are 3 cars parked here, and you can actually commandeer these. In the original I think there were cars as well as tanks at a later stage. I certainly hope that the tanks make a return. Currently I'm here at this playthrough. This is footage from multiple playthroughs I had, because sometimes you just get stuck by some kind of bug. I'm currently trying to get into this CSA authority headquarter here. The CSA is basically the private security, or the private security firm that's tasked with doing all the police work. And as you can see here, you can let the separate agent exit the vehicle, and I'm trying to use this the green or use the green beacon up here, the outline you can see there. Once you activate this, you can actually upgrade your soldiers. I'll show you that later on as well. And currently I can't really activate it, so I'm trying to take another my hacking specialist here and move him up to the beacon as well. In this version, in this current version, you're able to upgrade your soldiers. Once you're next to a beacon, you can give them new skills. You can see at the top, at the bottom of their character screens, there are actually points for skill points that you can use to increase their hacking skills or other skills. And this is another thing I wanted to show you. We're trying to infiltrate the Ronin Industries here, the Ronin Industry Laboratory, so that we can actually hack into the security drones that are employed all over the city. And I just went in with my hacker, disabled the camera, disabled the door lock. Now the rest of my squad can basically join up with me. I'm going up here. As you can see, there's a security camera and there are two security guards that are coming my way. I'm using my agents here to get a little bit of cover, and I'll sneak around these two security guards. The camera up there is still disabled because I hacked this security station down at the entrance. Now I'll go ahead and hack this exit console, and up there's the objective. Once we reach that, we have access to the drone, or the drones that are flying here, and I'm actually able to hack into them. But unfortunately for me, what I don't know at this point is that there are going to be additional guards spawned. So you will now see that once I've exited this second security area here, on my way out I will actually encounter a large force of security guards, and there you can see I think 4 or 5 security guards coming. So I move my agents back to more defensive positions because I'm thinking about, okay, how can I basically get around these guys without a fight, but it's already too late. They spotted me, so I'm going hard. My guys are shooting back. They're in cover. The security guards are caught out in the open, and the concentrated fire of 3 agents plus the sniper rifle of the fourth one actually able to pick off 2 of the guards already before the third one makes it to safety. And your agents basically have replenishing health. This guard actually now is trying to call for backup, so you can't have that. What I can't see here right now is that the camera up there spotted me, and there's another guard incoming because I was spotted. And one of the guys actually goes down, which in the original would have triggered a nuclear explosion after a 10-second countdown, but in the new version you can actually resurrect your agents. So a little bit later on, you can see here, this is what currently is available to upgrade your different agents. Higher levels actually require more points, so you can basically see what each skill does, and you can plan a little bit ahead from what is useful for your next infiltration target. All these different missions and scenes that are shown you so far are all from the first scenario, which consists of multiple different missions basically that you have to do. You can do them in each in every order that you want to. So you can see I've done the first 2 missions here, and now I'm trying to infiltrate the city's surveillance authority. And we cut back to the point where we just left a little bit earlier. Down there you can see there's an armed guard, and he's actually a little bit better armed and better armored than the normal guys that are walking around here as well. So I'll show you how you can do the same type of infiltration in a more hands-on approach, not so much with using silence and hacking, but rather going in guns blazing. So to this end, I'm currently still at this point I'm actually still hoping that the guard will go away, but he won't go away, so I pull back my agents here. Just select the sniper, and I'll try to snipe off this guard so that I can actually hack into and get access to the CSA area. But as you can see, this guard is much more heavily armored than the guards I've encountered beforehand. So I'm trying to pull back to lure him into this ambush, but he doesn't oblige me, so we have to do this the hard way. I equipped the weapons on all 4 guys of mine, and the concentrated fire of them able to get it to shoot him down or get him quite easily. Normally this would trigger some kinds of response and make more cops basically appear, but that's currently not implemented, so at this point it's very viable still to use brute force to achieve your goals. And there's one of the drones that I told you earlier about. So shooting down this camera, and now I have to be a little bit faster that I don't get spotted by the drone. There's a security guard coming from down there as well. Get some shots into him already. And he's dead. Luckily the drone somehow missed that we went down here, so we're safe for the moment. And as you can see, we come under attack by these 2 guys here, and I'm cutting into a little bit later on the mission. I've hidden my guys behind this container here, and you can see basically the patrol is walking past right right past me. But unfortunately, one of their colleagues has actually seen me, opens fire, and we have to take him out. But we're in a very fortified position here, and there's no way that they can actually really hurt us. But his colleague is trying to call for backup again, so he has to die. So just going to show you the little last bit here of this playthrough, where I actually try to infiltrate the CSA building, but you have to time your two terminal hacks just right so that your agent can enter the building. So this is Satellite Rain. Hope you enjoyed this. It's still pre-alpha, but you can get it from Steam Early Access. And yeah, if you'd like to see more of this, just write it in the comments. And if you'd like to see perhaps updates to the other Kickstarters or Kickstarter videos that I've done, they're a little bit older, just post it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye!